What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today, I've got a story, and it's not a good one, and I can't believe this is happening. There's going to be people out there that are going to say, this is all for views, this is BS, this is all just made up stories, and believe me, I wish it was. I really do. But I bought a Ford Taurus SHO, the V8. It's a 1999, which I believe is the very last year of the Taurus. I got it for like $29.99. Super cheap, in my opinion, for a really, really rare V8 Ford Taurus SHO. It appeared to be in beautiful condition, but I bought it sight unseen. I believe it was coming from Florida. And, well, as of today, I held off making this video. I've really been putting off making this video because I wanted to make sure that what I was saying was accurate. Well, I'm going to start up the old F350. And we're going to take a quick ride. We've got the neighbor out here is mowing. My neighbor David over there, really, really nice guy. He helps keep an eye on the place when I'm not here. And he's just a super nice guy, man. Super cool dude. Love the neighbors out here. The neighborhood is not the greatest neighborhood, but I'm telling you, everybody around here looks out for each other and they take care of their own. And that is what community is really about. You can live in not the best neighborhood if you got some people keeping an eye on things, good people. Man, it makes a world of difference. So we're in the F350. I'm curious if the AC is still going to work. It's been days. I haven't messed with this thing in quite a while. It does. The AC still works. I don't know, man. I'm really thinking about not trying to drive this truck back to Oklahoma. I've had so many people telling me it's a bad idea. It's dangerous. I definitely agree. But at the same time, I don't want to just leave it here. It's kind of junky sitting in my yard here, and it's not doing the house any favors. And I got to do something with it, whether it's sell it for parts or what. I got to do something with this truck. So let me drive to this nice little park where I can sit and talk to you guys in peace and quiet, and I will tell you exactly what happened or didn't happen with my Ford Taurus. All right, so here we are taking the old truck out on a ride. Probably not the brightest idea, but the poor thing's just been sitting, doing nothing for so long. I can't help but just want to take it out and at least drive. Yeah, run the red light there. Never mind, I'll be nice. I just can't help but want to take this thing out and drive it, man. It's got good power too. I mean, it's definitely not like my Ram 3500, but for an old 7.3 turbo diesel, it gets down the road just fine. Look at it and listen to it. Not a problem at all. I love the stupid thing. I don't know why. Okay, let's get to the park. Well, as expected, the truck made it. I'm telling you, the body is failing on this thing miserably. But I'm here to tell you, this poor old truck still has a lot of life left in her, man. I can't believe I just drove it. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to make it to Oklahoma or not, and I really don't know what I'm going to do. I'm still on the fence. Maybe I'll attempt the trip if I can get Monkey Wrench Mike to come with me. Maybe I won't. It might be better just to park this thing out right here. Okay, so we're about to get into where my Ford Taurus SHO is, but first I wanted to show you guys something. I haven't told my family about this yet, and it hasn't actually happened yet, but I did pay for it. So you see these little trees? These are brand new, freshly planted trees. You guys may remember from the storm video, a lot of trees got knocked down out here. Well, what's really cool about this park, it's Collett Park in Terre Haute, Indiana, is they will allow you to purchase trees like memorial trees. And this is a perfect example of a memorial tree. Somewhere on here it should tell you, right here. This is for Larry S. Hutchinson Jr. Swamp Red Oak is the tree, sponsored in 2020. Well, someone paid $200 for this tree, and I think that's a wonderful investment. You can see they came out here and they put their decorations and stuff all over it. Well, you can purchase memorial trees for $200 a piece. Well, I thought it would be a really nice surprise for my family. Like I said, I haven't told them, and I'm not going to tell them. And they don't watch my videos anyway, so they're not going to know. But I purchased 3 trees last night. So I spent $600 on 3 trees. That's for my grandmother, my grandfather, and my uncle. So hopefully here soon I can bring you guys to this park, and hopefully they put them all 3 in a similar space together for my grandpa Roscoe, my grandma Vivian, and my uncle Ron. May they all rest in peace. I thought this would be a nice tribute to them. And I think my family's really gonna love seeing it when they finally come out here. Do you guys like my Ted Nugent shirt? Yeah, I went with Jessica. I couldn't believe, just happenstance, we didn't know he was coming out here. My fiance has been wanting to see Ted Nugent since she was 14 years old. All right. I'm not much of a concert goer myself. I enjoy them, but it's not really my thing, you know. She was like, please, 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 can we go? I've been waiting my entire life to see Ted Nugent, and it's his farewell tour, his Adios Mofo tour. And I said, you know, you're never going to get to see him again, even though it's not really my thing. Yeah, we're going to go. The tickets were $25. $25. And he was right here in Terre Haute, Indiana. So we got the tickets, and we were out there all night. That dude is 75 years old. Obviously, I've never seen him in concert. 75 years old, that man rocked the entire crowd for hours. He just kept going and going and going. I filmed quite a bit of it. Obviously, I can't monetize it, but I may go ahead and post some of it up. That dude had so much energy, so much power behind him. You felt it. I don't know how else to say it, but being there, I mean, it was powerful, man. And the guitars, he's got a different guitar for damn near every song. He pulls out a different guitar, and there's so much power behind them. You feel it inside of your soul, man. Oh my God. It still gives me goosebumps. That show, it like changed my world for that entire night. So I highly recommend, if you haven't seen him in person, in concert, you might want to go check him out. He's touring right now, and it's his Adios tour, man. It's over. He's done, and this will be your last opportunity to see him. Now, let's talk about what happened or didn't happen with my 1999 Ford Taurus SHO. So by the time this video comes out, I'll probably be back in Oklahoma already, which sucks. I don't want to leave. I don't know if any of you have ever experienced something like this, but have you ever gone somewhere and you felt connected to the place? You felt like you were meant to be there. It felt like home, even though you've lived somewhere else your entire life. Well, my entire family is from Indiana, Sullivan, Indiana, Terre Haute, Indiana. My mother's side of the family, all from Terre Haute, Indiana. My dad's side, they moved around, but pretty much Sullivan, Indiana. But what I'm trying to say is, basically, my entire family is from the state of Indiana, for the most part. Well, I was born and raised in Oklahoma because my father was military. And he was stationed in, well, Midwest City, Oklahoma at Tinker Air Force Base. Well, I remember the first time I came as an adult to Terre Haute, Indiana, and it's just home. And I can't explain why, because I've never really lived here. I lived here for 3-4 years, and then went back to Oklahoma. I've lived in North Carolina, I've lived all over the place, but for some reason, every time I come back to this place, it just feels like home. I've got a brand new house back in Oklahoma. I've got the buyer's house, I've got the shop. My whole life is in Oklahoma, and I don't want to leave. I have stayed here 4 days past when I was scheduled to leave because I just can't bring myself to leave. Jessica doesn't want to leave either. Nick is ready to get home, but the rest of us, we just don't want to go. But you're not here for that. You're here to find out what happened to the Taurus. So this is a story. It won't take long, which is why I drug the video out, because I needed the view time. So thank you for watching this far. Let me tell you exactly what happened. So over 2 weeks ago, I purchased a 1999 Ford Taurus SHO, and a lot of people showed a lot of interest on Instagram and on my YouTube posts, okay? Everybody wanted to see it, and so many people had never even heard of a V8 Ford Taurus. Everybody knew about an SHO, everybody knew that they made the V6 with the Yamaha engine, but very few people actually knew that Ford Taurus ever came out with a V8 SHO. And the reason why is because they only made them from like 96 to 99. You're talking like 4 model years. All right, very limited production cars, didn't make a whole lot of sense, but for certain people, they were really, really cool. And of course, they were notorious for pretty significant cam failure and engine failure. So you got to think 99 to 2023, well guys, that's a long time for these engines to fail and blow up, and they don't make them anymore, you know what I mean? There are no more engines out there that you can buy unless they're used. So they're not exactly a hot commodity item, but for the right person and for the right price, you know, there's still something that some people want, and I'm one of those. I love quirky, weird, different old cars, especially ones from the 90s and the 2000s. So I bought it. I saw it on Manheim. I bought it now. It was as is sale, meaning who knows? Anything could be wrong with it. Could have a bad transmission. I have no idea. But I bought it as is, and I got it for $29.95. And I thought, you know, for $3,000, I'll take the risk on it. So I did. $3 grand. I'm excited. I started posting on Instagram and on YouTube, and everybody was really digging it. I think I got over 1,300 likes on YouTube, and I think like 1,500 likes on Instagram, which is absolutely insane for one of my posts. In other words, everybody was really excited to see this car. Well, I'm a very patient person. I don't sit around and get anxious going, it's been 3 days, where's my car? Cars show up at my house all the time in Byers, Oklahoma. I buy a lot of cars, I sell a lot of cars. So there's always trucks coming, picking up cars, and trucks coming and dropping off cars as well. So, you know, I just kind of buy them and forget them. I sell them and forget them. Well, I've been enjoying my time in Indiana, so I haven't really been focusing on whether my cars have been showing up or not. Well, it occurred to me just a couple days ago that I might ought to check my property down in Byers, Oklahoma. So I pull up the cameras, and I'm expecting at least one car. I've bought 3 more, but there should be at least 1 new car on the property. Well, I looked up the cameras. There's no cars on the property, no new cars, I should say, so that got me a little concerned. So at this point, I contact the auction. I say, hey, I'm just checking to see what's going on with this Ford Taurus. It hasn't arrived, and they don't know. They said, well, I'm not sure that it's even been picked up. I'm going, all right, well, I mean, I paid for the car, so I also paid for shipping. I've got the receipts for everything. Why wouldn't the car have been picked up? Oh, they don't know, you know, they're not sure. So they tell me I need to call another place. So I call the number that they give me. That number tells me I need to call yet another place over in Fort Lauderdale. So I call that place, and they tell me, we don't know if the car is here on like Manheim's property, or if it's at the dealership's property, or if it's already on the way to you, so you need to call this number and talk to somebody from the logistics company. And so you see where this is going. This is taking up a lot of time now. I'm being bounced around from place to place to place, and nobody seems to know where my car is. So I get a hold of the logistics company, and I say, hey, you're like my last line of defense here, man. Do you guys know where my car is? I give them the VIN number and everything, and they say, well, we have the gate pass. A gate pass is a piece of paper that allows the company hauling the car, transporting the car. It allows them entry into the facility in order to pick up the car and put it on their truck and leave with it. So they have the gate pass. That's good news, because that means the car could be in transport on the way here. Unfortunately, the logistics company also doesn't know where the car is. They don't know if they've picked it up or not. So I've been patient. They said, and I asked them, is there any way for me to track this? Do you have like a website or something where I can track it? And they said, yes, but you have to sign up for an account, which I didn't have. And because I didn't have the account at the time, I guess the gate pass was created, I will not be able to track the car. So I have no idea where it's at, and neither do they. So that brings us to today. I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm not gonna call out names. I don't want the drama. I don't need the drama. I'm not interested in any drama. But the problem is when I buy a car, I expect that it's gonna be delivered within about a week. Generally speaking, within 7 days, not business days, 7 days. It doesn't matter what end of the country I buy it from. I can buy a car from Maine and have it in Oklahoma in 7 days. And that's kind of where the problem is, because it has now been 14 plus days. In fact, I think today is day 16, and nobody knows where my car is still. The only real saving grace here is that it was only $3,000. Well, I say it was only $3,000, but there was probably like $300 in auction fees. Transporting a car, I don't know if you guys have transported cars lately, but having a car transported across the country is very expensive. The prices keep going up. I guess it's to match inflation, or I don't know, artificial inflation. I have no idea what's going on. All I know is that it's costing me more and more money. Used to, I could get a car transported for about $600 from Florida out here. Now I think it's, I don't even know what I paid, $800, something like that. So the prices have gone up. All I can tell you is I paid for the car. I paid to have the car transported. It's been over 2 weeks. The car is not here. Nobody knows where it's at, and nobody seems to know what the next course of action is. What do you do when you buy a car and it disappears? Who's responsible? Did the transport company ever pick it up? Apparently the transport company doesn't even know. They don't know. The auction doesn't. Nobody knows where my car is. I can tell you this though, I paid the $3,000, right? The dealer that sold it got the money. Where is my car? I have the title. That's the other great thing. I have the title to the car. So I have legal ownership of the car because I have the title. It's in my dealership name. I own the car legally, outright. But I don't have the car. The car is just missing. So here it is, Monday, the 24th of July, 2023. And my car is missing. And here are my cameras for my property in buyers, all right? So here's my doorbell cam. Sometimes they'll leave them in the grass, but typically they put them in the driveway. All right, obviously there's nothing there. So we can, and that's live footage. Let's go to my driveway camera. Yeah, there's nothing there either. So all I can say is I don't have any cars on my buyer's property that I have ordered. So I guess at this point, the Ford Taurus is just gone. Now, as I said before, I'm on vacation. I'm supposed to be enjoying myself, but I think all of you know, you've all taken a vacation before. You always end up doing work on your vacation, right? It's never 100% a vacation, because I have to think about things like when I come home, I need new content. So I spent thousands of dollars on parts for the SSR. They've all been delivered. I've got new e-bikes for the e-bike reviews that have been delivered. I had to buy different cars because I need some new content cars for the channel when I get back, including a couple of really amazing deals. One of them is the Taurus SHO for $29.95 that's missing, but that's okay. I ordered a few more. Today, I bought a 2010 Audi Q5 Premium Plus, or Premier Plus, something, Quattro, blah, 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 3.0 V6. Clean title, donation from IAA. I got it from like $2,650. Absolutely insane deal for a clean title. But of course, I know nothing about it because I'm not in Oklahoma and I have no idea if it's a good car or not. All I know is it's a charity donation, and those are a mixed bag. It can go either way. Next, today I found what I thought again was a screaming deal on another Audi. I got a 2008 Audi S4 Quattro. That is the V8. That is all-wheel drive, convertible, and, are you ready for this one? 6-speed manual transmission. That's right, a manual V8 Audi S4 Quattro. I got it for a song and a dance, $4,500. Again, this one I believe is coming from Florida. I've never seen it, sight unseen. I bought it from a different auction, ACV Auctions, where I got that one from. And that one is on the way as well. And then, as if that wasn't enough, I had to buy another one. I found on IAA's website in Oklahoma City today a police car that had been abandoned. This car makes Swamp Vet look good. All right, the outside looks like it sat underwater. It's covered in mold and mildew. It's nasty, but it's got some really good looking rims, probably 20s, maybe bigger. And it doesn't run well. I'm not going to say it doesn't run. It's listed as a run and drive, but it sounds like it's running on maybe 2 cylinders. Like, this thing is in really bad shape, but it's an ex-police car. It's a Panther platform police car, man. And I got it for $425. Are you kidding me? If that's not good enough for you, I'm not going to tell you the last 2, but there are 2 more that I am currently bidding on. There's a third one that I'm considering bidding on, but the auctions are all for me tomorrow. By the time the video comes out, they're all over. You're gonna have to wait to see how that goes. But I'm very busy bringing new cars to the channel, ordering parts, making sure that when I get home, which for me, I am leaving tomorrow. So Tuesday, the 25th of July, I am heading home. I don't know exactly when this video is coming out, but it's probably coming out very shortly after I film it. I'm getting back home, I'm gonna get back to work, and I'm not gonna deal with that Ford Taurus until I get back to Oklahoma. Once I get back and I get back into the swing of things, I'll give it another few days. I'll start making some more phone calls, and maybe at some point I'm going to have to just report the car missing, stolen. I don't want to report it stolen because I don't know that it is. All I know is that nobody knows where my car is. It's just missing, which to me feels like somebody took off with it. Now, trust me, I know I took a video that could have been 5 minutes long and I turned it probably into a 20-minute video because I love listening to myself talk. That's actually not the case. I don't like listening to myself talk. I think I sound weird, but anyway, that's beside the point. I need the view time, guys. That's what it comes down to. YouTubers don't make any money if people don't watch a certain length of the video. And unfortunately, that makes YouTubers always push out videos that are typically going to be at least 8 minutes long. And if you can get them up to 20, 25 minutes, that usually does pretty well. At the end of the day, hopefully you guys understand that YouTube is a business. It's fun to watch. It's free to watch. But YouTubers have to make money because without money, we can't continue producing content, unfortunately. So if you guys and gals stuck around to watch the whole video, I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you for supporting the channel. That's all you got to do. I don't need you to send me money. I don't need you to do a GoFundMe or send super stars or super chats or any of that stuff. We don't need any of that here. All I ask is you just watch the video, and I hope that you enjoy my videos. I try to keep them relatively entertaining for you guys and gals, and if you enjoyed it, you can do me another favor and hit the thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, well, definitely consider subscribing. I promise you guys, I'm gonna keep you updated on all of this. This is, you know, before we had an issue with the Kia Forte title, and I looked online to figure out how long it's been. It's been over 3 months. I thought it hadn't been that long, but it has. I bought that Kia Forte over 3 months ago, and I still don't have the title, just to let you guys know. As of the making of this video, I still do not have a title. I was told that the paperwork was done and all I needed was a VIN inspection. Well, I've already got the VIN inspection. I had that done when I first bought the car. So I called my tag agent. My tag agent said that he's got nothing in the system for that car under my name. So there may be another video coming on that one as well. It almost seems like too unreal to be true. You know, and I'm sure there's going to be people saying that I've made this whole thing up for content. Believe I don't need to make fake content, guys. I don't need the views badly enough to make fake content. And I'm not going to go around talking trash on companies that I do business with for nothing. I'm not going to do that. So it's not fake, it's real. My Ford Taurus is really missing, and the Kia Forte title it's still not here, but I'm going to deal with all that when I get home. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there, everybody. I hope to see you all again very soon with some updates in the next one.
What the fuck? No shit. No shit.